So it seems my low expectations for this year's haunting event within Warzone have been somewhat justified. Over the last couple of weeks on the channel we've discussed a Halloween haunting event within the current version of Warzone and how we may or may not get one. But after all this time and all these discussions and all these debates, it seems we won't be getting a Halloween event within Warzone this year. I think that for most of us that's not really a surprise. It was always a possibility that we weren't going to get a Halloween event within Warzone this year, and I always made sure I included that in every video that I made covering this subject. But we were yet to hear anything official regarding a Halloween event. A lot of people like me were on the fence about a Halloween event within Warzone this year and whether we will get one or not. I've gone into greater detail and depth in plenty of videos, but essentially the reason why I and a lot of people were pretty much on the fence is because of how Modern Warfare 2 would clash with it this year. Going off of previous years, Halloween events within Call of Duty usually start around the 19th or the 20th of October, and as most of us already know, Modern Warfare 2's campaign early access starts on the 20th of this month this year, and the full game launches globally on the 28th. So from a business point of view, Activision definitely don't want players struggling to make their minds up on what they actually want to play. If there was two huge things happening within the world of Call of Duty, like a Halloween event and a new title's release, player base as a result would be severely split up, and the majority of free-to-play players that only really play Warzone and don't really buy anything from the store or don't really buy any of the new 6v6 titles won't have as much of an incentive to buy and play Modern Warfare 2. And that's what Activision want. They want everybody, every single Warzone player to pick up Modern Warfare 2 because the business is there at the end of the day to make money. In an ideal Activision money-driven world, Warzone doesn't even exist anymore once Modern Warfare 2 drops, so there's going to be no content going forward for the current version of Warzone. There's going to be no Halloween event because they want everyone to ultimately forget about Warzone and cough up £50-60 and play the new game. Plus Warzone 2 is less than a month away now, and so I personally wasn't expecting the developers to put all that much effort into a huge event this time around. It would basically be a waste of time and resources and money. Activision want all of their finances going towards Warzone 2.0 at this point, with us being so close to November the 16th, which is the launch day of Warzone 2. So in conclusion, unfortunately, it doesn't look like we are getting a Haunting of Caldera event, or Haunting of Fortune's Keep, or Haunting of Rebirth Island. And don't misunderstand, this isn't me just speculating anymore like my other videos. This is pretty much confirmed at this point, and I'll provide my proof right now. Today I was hoping for some sort of confirmation of a Halloween event over on Twitter. If there was going to be any sort of announcement, it would have been today. It would have been made by Raven or just the Call of Duty page, and then it would have been announced today, and the event would have likely started tomorrow or Wednesday. But we got nothing. Well, not exactly nothing. We got something, but it wasn't what I know a lot of my subs really wanted to hear. So looking on screen right now, as you can see, over the weekend Raven Software put out a tweet. The weekend is a great time for fighting or becoming the undead. Rebirth of the Dead is here to satisfy that craving, and you can earn exclusive calling cards in the process. Win as a human to earn the first, or become a flesh eater and secure a kill to earn the second. So this tweet is essentially promoting the Rebirth of the Dead limited time mode that they did add into Warzone I think a few days ago. But this to me seems like Raven are kind of saying this is it, this is the Halloween event that we're getting this year, which is what I was dreading and hoping wasn't the case. My take is that Raven have put this Rebirth of the Dead mode into Warzone so they can at least say that there is something spooky themed in Warzone during October, when really, whilst Rebirth of the Dead is, you know, a scary zombie mode, it's not an actual event or mode purely dedicated to Halloween like we've seen in the past years. So it's kind of like a backhanded offering. They've given us something, but it's not really what we wanted. It's like if you really wanted a Mars bar and you went out onto the street begging for a Mars bar, and then some developer from Raven Software saw you and approached you and offered you some chocolate, but it was actually a Snickers bar. Like, oh wow, thanks, we got something, but it's not really what we wanted. Halloween events are usually far bigger than this, and what we've gotten this year is very lackluster. You can't even really call this an event as such, even though there are some exclusive calling cards you can unlock by playing this limited time mode. Now in terms of crossover bundles like we usually get every year, every Halloween within Call of Duty, it doesn't look like we are going to be getting any new character crossovers or movie crossovers. However, if you remember a couple of weeks back, we did get the Saw and Donnie Darko limited time bundles back in the Warzone store, and the only two Halloween bundles yet to come back are the Scream Operator bundle and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre bundle. So who knows, we could see them come back at some point this October, but just a word of advice, I really wouldn't hold your breath. So let me know how you guys are feeling about this down below in the comment section of this video. I would have been quite sad. I was kind of expecting myself to feel quite down about this. But if you keep up with me and my channel, you know I wasn't expecting too much this year because a new era of Call of Duty is coming very, very soon. And if you expect disappointment, well, then you'll never be disappointed. I've been Clements, you've been absolutely amazing as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.